I'm leaving home for the coastline, someplace under the sun. I feel my heart for the first time, 'cause now I'm moving on, yeah, I'm moving on. And there's a place that I've dreamed of, where I can free my mind. I hear the sounds of the season and lose all sense of time. I'm moving far away to a sunny place where it's just you and me. Feels like we're in a dream, you know what I mean. The summer air by the seaside, the way it fills our lungs, the fire burns in the night sky. This life will keep us young, yeah, keep us young. And we will sleep by the ocean, our hearts will move with the tide. And we will wake in the morning to see the sun paint the sky. I'm moving far away to a sunny place where it's just you and me. Feels like we're in a dream, you know what I mean.
This might be the last video I ever make, because I don't know if I'm getting out of this national park. I am on a crazy bumpy dirt road, and I've already passed 2 signs that say closed, do not enter, burn ban, yada yada. This is a steep hill. And I'm just trying to get to the main national park road, but I'm a little bit lost. I seem to have come to the end of the road, and I'm very lost. Woohoo! Well, I slightly feel like I failed, because I really wanted to go to Lassen's National Park. I got my heart set on it, but apparently the north entrance leads nowhere. I literally went down multiple closed roads and ended up on this mountaintop with nowhere to turn around. But I'm here, I'm alive, I didn't drive off the cliff. I think I did a 14-point turn and scraped my bumper, but that's all good. So my advice for the day is, don't go to the north entrance of the Lassen National Park. Go to the south entrance, and always remember that you're exactly where you're meant to be, even when it doesn't feel like it. Because we as humans have our own little feelings, and at the end of the day, even though they're legit to us, they don't matter, because we end up learning a lesson. We end up seeing something we wouldn't have seen. It's so important. Like if you're going through a breakup, a divorce, a difficult time in your marriage, your cat died, someone you know died. It's all an experience that is important for you, and you can either choose to let it ruin your life, or you can grow through it. And instead of basing your reality on your feelings, You can base them on that knowing inside yourself that this is where you're meant to be. Right now, wherever you are, whatever you're going through, that's where you're meant to be. And if you realize that, then it doesn't become a problem that's overtaking you. It becomes personal growth for you. And it becomes a more enjoyable experience, because at the end of the day, it's just an experience that you're having on this earth, in this realm. And I know that isn't what you want to hear in the moment, because even though mine is slightly insignificant, I still just want to fight it and want to be really upset about it. But if I do that and get lost in the emotions of it, I cannot enjoy the experience and understand that where I actually am is where I'm supposed to be in this life. And that might sound like a bunch of jargon bargain BS, but if you really change your perspective on it, on your situation, on your current life experience, good will actually come out of it. In the Bible, it says God works all things together for the good of those who love Him and who are called according to His purpose, which is all of us, whether we see it or not, whether we push it away or not. So, just be, and the more you get lost in the river of emotions instead of just observing it, the more frazzled and upset and stressed out you're going to be in life, which no one wants. And if you remove yourself from the river of emotions and you step back and see your life from a different perspective, you will realize that it's something that's going to turn out for good, and that you can be in heaven in this moment, seeing everything from that perspective, regardless of the hell you're currently going through. I'm not trying to say your problem doesn't matter. All your emotions you feel are very legitimate. You literally can't understand a person's perspective or what they're going through unless you're in their shoes. However, from my short amount of life experience, I have realized that these things that we make a huge, massive deal in our life aren't actually a huge and massive deal. It's just another life experience that's teaching you a lesson, and it's working out for the ultimate good in your life. And you'll never get that unless you take a step back, breathe, connect with the universe inside of you, the love, the reason we're here on this earth. The earth and your life isn't supposed to work out smoothly, and you're not supposed to get all A's in this life, because if you were, then this isn't where you are meant to be. It's like kindergarten. If you're getting all A's in kindergarten, you shouldn't be in kindergarten if you're not learning anything. And we are in this earth to learn. And if we don't do that, then we're just going to repeat our life on this earth. But if you graduate, which takes failing, learning, and eventually getting A's, when things get tough and you overcome that, then the next tough thing happens and you overcome that. You're moving up and up and up and up. And when you fail, you learn something from that, and the next time it comes around in your life, you know how to face it. And you also know how to uplift others and bring them through this. Because you've been there and you've done that. But life isn't supposed to go smooth for us, or we wouldn't need to be here. However, I was writing in my journal the other day, and I believe we should have opinions. I think opinions make us who we are as a conduit of God and love. He gave us this personality to show an expression of Him. But if we're always trying to force our opinion on people, which seems like the majority of the earth, especially with voting coming up, that's not going to get anyone anywhere. That's not going to show anything. You're not going to force someone into your belief and tell them how it is. Our purpose in this life, or at least my purpose in this life that I've come to learn, is to share love towards everyone and everything I encounter. That's basically the opposite of forcing my opinion on someone. Because if you believe that everyone is exactly who they're supposed to be, then you can really extend love to them. And the only way you can do that is if you first get that for your own life, which is not by might and not by power, but by the Spirit inside of us that we can rely on when things go wrong. By the truth inside of us that we are just a conduit of, that we are just expressing in this life. We wouldn't be here if the Spirit wasn't inside of us. And that's why we live humbly, because at the end of the day we realize I of my own self can do nothing. So 2 things. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Be in the perspective and humility of learning and love others. Not by your own judgy love, because we're not here to judge. That's literally not our job. We don't have that authority. We don't have that reason of being alive. But we do have the reason of loving others. And I feel like that is something the world lacks, because we think people need to change. This needs to change. That needs to be like that. No, that's wrong. No, I should be in Lassen National Park. But if you just let that go, if you just let that go, get it out of your brain, and connect with the spirit of love inside of you, that is literally the only reason you're alive on this earth right now, then you can walk humbly through the earth. And your life will be that message of love and truth to everyone that you come in contact with, without trying, without forcing your own opinion on them, and just being. It was Gandhi who said, "My life is my message." I always think of Mother Teresa. Like, she just loved people. It's like the simplest thing, but it's one of the hardest things that we have the ability to do, because we try and do it in our own strength, and we end up pushing others away because we don't accept them exactly how they are. But if you change your mindset and realize that is exactly who they're supposed to be, and if there's something in them that annoys you, it's just because that's a reflection of a problem going on in your own life that you're having issues with. You can't love someone until you accept them exactly how they are. It can't be, and I love you, but you could be doing this. You should change this. Your taste in music is bad. Your language is bad. That's just going to push them away. That's not going to change anyone. But loving them will. And it's cheesy as it sounds, That's why love is what makes the world go round. Freedom is just letting it all go. And right now, that talk wasn't for you, it was for me, but maybe you got something out of it. But I'm choosing to let it go. Thanks for listening.